What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you all very much. Hope your week is off to a great start. Let's look at the horoscope for this Tuesday. Well, sun's going to come to 11 degrees. Venus is chasing the sun down, getting ready for that inferior conjunction. Of course, they're going to pace all the way through Libra, but it is within that 5-degree orb. And, we're going to start to see relationships get illuminated in a big way, especially here in Libra and with Venus dignified. So coming into that alignment, that balance, relationships, interactions, very important. A moon in Aquarius. Coming off Pluto, where it can be very intense, it is now coming into a more detached space or a non-attached space. So it is this ability to look at things objectively, to feel your emotions objectively, and to see what really is making things kind of better and win-win in life. It's funny because I almost feel like people are holding on so tight with the South Node Scorpio. We're building up to a solar eclipse in Scorpio, of course, later this month on the 25th, but it's like today's a good day to look at things very objectively, to have like a strong emotional intelligence. The moon's going to trine over to Venus, making it like very like clear in a lot of ways of like what is the truth and what is the middle ground, and like what's better for one person, even if one person doesn't agree that it's better, might actually be better for all parties involved. It's very interesting, but it brings up groups, it brings up people, and I think that we'll find the most comfort and balance when we're with people that we emotionally feel connected to, that we feel like we're seeing things outside the box, we're looking at things from a different, perspective. It is these sort of peel back and look at everything. And the more people in your life right now, I would say on a day like this, that are kind of like objectified and can peel back and look at the bigger picture and not just get so focused on every little aspect, even though, that Mercury's direct now in Virgo, definitely wanting to look at the black and white, and it's trine to Pluto as well, but it's opposite Neptune. We can still be in a very delusional place within our mind, or feel like, there's a sense of crazy out there in the world, or that there's a sense of crazy within our own realities. And maybe there is, because that's a subjective view saying this is the black and white about what's in alignment, what is not, and where things are really fitting like a really beautiful puzzle piece, and where we're trying to kind of just jam a piece into where it doesn't go. So we can see that very clearly. Mars is definitely, in that square energy that with Neptune and even with Mercury over there. So there is this T-square on this Mars in Gemini, of course, that's bringing some frustration to the way we think, especially with that square to Mercury, but also Neptune in opposition, keeping us a little hesitant is a good way to put it. We want to stand up for the way we're truly feeling, what we really want, the particularness of what is connected, what is not connected, what is not in alignment, what is in alignment. And overall, like acting on a very strong intuition can be very powerful right now. Maybe trying to get everything dialed up to some level of perfection isn't the key. I think we can desire that or idolize that, but we got to find a middle ground here in what's real, what's true, and what you desire and what you want to pursue that lights up the curiosity that is of your unique state. And especially with Saturn in Aquarius and still square Uranus, and that orb's tight, like it does take a level of courage and a level of commitment to being yourself and valuing yourself at a high level so that you can build long-lasting connection, long-lasting bond with whatever it is in life that you're trying to build a relationship to. And I think that that's where there's a lot of beautiful aspects, but there's also a trippy one where, I don't know, it feels like we just don't want to act on what we know is true in the moment when it's right there for us. So we don't want to like forget about our values. Remember, we can't see Venus right now. We don't want to forget about the relationship to ourselves. It's the dispositor of the North Node in Taurus. The only way we're going to find balance in relationships is by really knowing that relationship to yourself, what you want, and being able to see things objectively and have that emotional intelligence to bring things to light. And by the end of the day, that moon's going to be in that T-square with the nodes. So it's halfway in between the new moon and the full moon today, which is, saying too that we do need to be objective. We do need to peel back, look at things before we just attach fully emotionally and go all in on something. Make sure that it really is of a desire that you want to build, that brings you really solid foundation within yourself. And then you'll find the clarity today. But it's almost like we get that aha moment emotionally at the end, but only after we've been objective and are able to sort of be non-attached to outcomes, but still pursue, and really just to pursue something that's unique to you. So it's a very unique day, and I think that it's about being around energy that is of that similar vibration, whatever that is in your life. And to not sweat the mind right now on the little details, because that can cause a lot of frustration, and that can get us in a weird place mentally that we don't want to be. But there is something about the mind being very important today, because it's illuminating how you're actually feeling emotionally and linking up the emotions with the mind, which to me is that emotional intelligence part that I keep yapping on about. So I do think we see what we want to detach from and cut away, and what we really do want to be connected with, and to use that wisely, and to use that, in some way that's providing benefit and value to your own life, and to not forget about that part, because Mars square Neptune can definitely be a little overly compassionate in that square, and it can not want to ruffle feathers, even if it's in a really uncomfortable spot mentally or in your environment. Act intuitively quickly if you need to. That's kind of the catch-22 of it all as well. All right. Shuffle this deck. If you didn't, check out Spiritual Daddy. It's on the Leo King's YouTube channel or on High Vibe TV. We had Lauren McDowell on. She was a great addition. She does a lot of asteroid astrology. So it was a good talk. Touched on a bunch of different subjects. I think people will really like it. It's not like the edgy Spiritual Daddy that we kind of started off with. That show's really transforming into something quite different, and I would not be surprised if it gets a rebrand here soon. So, throwing that out there. It was a good episode tonight. Okay. What's in the cards? Strength card reversed. Got to find that courage today. Maybe it's the courage to detach. Maybe it's the courage to break away. Maybe it's the courage to liberate. Whatever it is. To be an individual, to be unique, you have to be strong. So remember your strength today, and don't forget that you don't have to detach from your strength. It's the things in life that make you feel weak. Those are not it, because I think right now we need to realize how strong and sturdy and valuable we all are as individuals. Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh yeah, when there's no saving the day, from other people. I think you have to save yourself. You have to be able to charge forward into your passions, into your desires, into your creative pursuits, without maybe needing someone else to push you along. This is maybe like really finding the courage and the strength to push ourselves where we need to go, and to have a fearlessness about what can come on the other end as well. And the Five of Swords in reverse. I don't think it's going to be as conflicted as we think it is. It's actually going to be very liberating, and it might actually, believe it or not, if you have the courage to speak up today and say what's on your mind, it might dissolve tension that's been sitting around there and bringing conflict, or it's something you've been mentally in your own mind being conflicted about, tripping yourself out about, and holding yourself back from your strength. It doesn't need to be like that. It's really like, look at the big picture right now and express how you're feeling, and there's alignment right there. I love you all very much. Hope you have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.